I'm gonna attempt to pretend that I'm not feeling bad and play a game with you. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. So if you're up for that, let's start a game. And the game is called Guess Which Item of Clothing I Have Been Wearing the Most in My Life, to the best of my own knowledge. Because we can't know that for sure, but I have an idea and I'm pretty sure that that's correct. I won't guarantee it, of course, but I'm pretty sure about that. I would bet on that myself. So today we're gonna start a guessing game. Which item of clothing is the one I wore the most in my life? People don't think about that much. I do, because it's funny. It's funny. So if you want to make a guess, write down the timestamp of the video where you make the guess, like at which minute, check down here, and what you guess that it is. Eventually you're all gonna figure it out, because I'm literally gonna tell you. But I want to know how quickly you would guess it yourself. So without me giving you any further tips, what would be your guess? Tip number 1. It's an item of clothing. How do I make this least obvious? It's something that people wear. Yeah, it's like a regular item of clothing that normal people wear. I'm not particularly normal, but also other people. Like I look around, people are wearing those things. Yeah, so that's tip number 1. Doesn't give away much. Tip number 2, not everybody is wearing it. I would make an educated guess that men are wearing it more than women, but that's just a guess. I don't actually know or have any data on that. But yeah, I guess that's a fair guess. Yeah. You already have a... Do you already know? Do you already know? Tip number 3. I'm wearing it right now. Do you know? Does it make it better? Tip number 4. Look. This is all I'm wearing. Tip number 5. It is one item of clothing. It's not 2. So it's not my beautifully differently colored socks. It's a different item of clothing. Tip number 5. 1. It is one thing. Did you already guess it? Did you already guess it? No, it is not my glasses, because those are pretty new. I mean, I love them, but I mean, glasses, you don't wear them that much. I don't wear them that much. Just in summer when it's bright out. They are beautiful though. I love them. It's also not that shirt. That's also particularly new. And tip number 6. It's not my oldest item of clothing either. Like, I have things that are older. For instance, those pants, I think they are from like my teens. Not sure how old they actually are, but they feel like they're from my teens. Still fit me. Still wear them sometimes. It's not those pants, because, you know, I'm also not wearing them a lot. Even though pants, usually if I get a good pair of pants, I'm wearing it pretty much every day. So they could be a good contender. A better contender would actually even be my shoes, because I literally wear every day. Tip number 7. I'm wearing this item pretty much every day. Like, only few days in my life where I'm not wearing it. So a good contender for that would actually be shoes, because once I have shoes, I usually only wear those. Educated and having fun. Yeah, I usually buy one pair of shoes. I mean, we already said that it's not a pair, so it's not the shoes. But I usually have one pair of shoes, and then I always wear that every day until they break. And that's usually within 3 or 4 years. So I rotate my shoes every 3 or 4 years. The item of clothing we're talking about, I have had, tip number 8, for 10 years. 10 years straight, wearing it pretty much every day. It's not my shoes. What is it? I'm not wearing that much more. And if you're now thinking, I'm wearing the same underwear every single day because it's my lucky underwear. And fair point, it's a really nice one. But that's also incorrect. I do have at least 10 pairs of underwear that I rotate through. And I don't replace them unless they get broken. But even so, none of these 10 is the item that oh, younger children having fun. Great. Is the item that I am searching for. It's not my underwear. Although actually might be close. Some of them I actually have for quite a long time, maybe more than 10 years. Those I also wear for sleeping, so actually one of them could be a good contender, but I'm fairly certain that it is not that. What is it then? We pretty much went through all of it now, right? Right? Tip number last, as the Spanish people say. Tip number 9. It's one of the first things that you take off when you do a striptease. Not the hat, because you can leave your hat on. Yeah, so if I would go strip now, yeah, it would probably be the first thing that I take off. Tip 10, not sure if that makes a difference. I just bought a replacement here at the Next. This one is not a particularly good tip because Next has literally anything that you can wear. But yeah, I bought that thing there, which is, fun fact, the same clothing store where I bought the original one. The original one I bought in Bristol 10 years ago, 2014, when I was in Bristol. I bought that and I've been wearing it pretty much every day ever since, which is kind of gross, but oh, speaking of gross, tip number 11 or whatever. I've never washed it, not a single time have I cleaned or washed it. And yes, I've been wearing it every single day. Do you get it? Like, by now you should probably be able to guess. Come on. Come on. I mean, it should be fairly obvious by now. Okay, you ready? You ready for my striptease? Check this out. It's also great for whipping, if you know what I mean. Never used it for that, but have been using it for, you know, a while. Bought it at Next, look, it says that. Bought it at Next. It's pretty messed up already. Like, literally 10 years I've been wearing this every day on the closest possible setting because I'm skinny, that's why. And can you like focus on me, please? Hey, camera, I'm here. Need to be more center. Okay, fine, I'm more center. Right, there, Next, says it. That's a pretty fucked up belt. Been using it for a bit. And I don't even want to know how much literal piss is on that thing. Because again, never cleaned it. Been using it for 10 plus years. Whatever pants I'm wearing this with it. It's a black belt. It goes with literally anything. Anything. But at some point, I feel like I should replace it with something new. And when I was walking past Next, I was like, this is my opportunity. I'm gonna take it and get myself a brand new one that is pretty much the same, except it's new and therefore clean. They are making fun of me and I approve. I do approve. Yeah, yeah. This time in M, maybe that's smaller. It's not the exact same, but it's like also a black belt that goes with anything and has a very similar, if not the exact same top. It's less broken. It moves, nah, okay, well, it's both not the best quality, but it's a cheap belt, what do you expect? Yeah, because back then I was going with whatever is cheapest, it's fine. That was my attitude. Now I'm more like, I can afford the expensive stuff, but I wanted the exact same thing just so I feel okay replacing this one, because I don't want to throw stuff away, especially if it's still good. But also, I mean, I have history with this thing. It's difficult for me to get rid of it. Here we are with the whole topic of persistence again. But it's so difficult for me to get rid of that because, like, I had it for so long and now it's the item of clothing that I've been wearing the most. What does that mean? Nothing. I can replace it with something else that is nicer and that would make it, you know, better, and I would be more stylish and less gross, and would potentially make my life better. But I don't know, it's so difficult for me to just, because with this I don't have a relationship. With this I have a relationship, 10 years. Like, that's 9 years longer than any serious relationship that I actually had with a person. People are looking at me weirdly. I don't know why. I'm not saying anything odd, am I? Yeah, so this This, ladies and gentlemen, is the item of clothing that I've been wearing the most in my entire life, to the best of my knowledge at least. I mean, as a child I had a lot of like other things, but I usually grew out of them and whatever. So I do think that this 10 years, every single day for 10 years, I think it deserves that title. And if not, I'll still give it that title because it's an arbitrary title that I can give to anything. But I'm fairly certain that it's correctly attributed. Yeah, like it. I like it. Never used it to strangle anybody yet, except for myself right now. So it's the first time. And maybe I'll have a similar relationship with this thing and maybe I won't. And it does not matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, this is just a tribute to this particular item of clothing that I've been wearing for the past 10 freaking years. And now that I have given it tribute, I feel okay trashing it. Because nothing persists ever. At some point I'll need to trash it because it breaks. It's not broken yet, it still works! Great! But at some point I need to get rid of it anyway. And whether I wear it for another 10 years and then get rid of it, or replace it now with basically the same thing, doesn't really matter. It's time for it to go. It is time to say goodbye, like I did back then with my wallet. You remember that story? I made a video about my wallet such that I can throw it out and replace it with a new wallet that is the exact same model, just that also this one has a similar fate and is slowly getting kaput, which is fine. Things break. You can replace it with new things, and if you don't manage to get the exact same thing, you can replace it with something similar. That's fine. Nothing ever persists. And if those glasses get broken, I need to replace them with some other ones, and I won't find the exact same ones. And it's fine. It's just fine. Yes, as the little girl says, it's fine. She screams because it's fine, right? That's what she says. Ah, children having fun. Alright, so we replace this thing with this thing. Feels worse actually, because that thing is nice and soft and this thing is still hard. Give it 10 years and it will also be that soft. But gotta start somewhere. You're welcome, belt. Thank you for staying with me for 10 freaking years, and gonna say goodbye to you now. This is sad. I don't want to. I kind of want to just keep it as a backup. But that's so stupid. That's just my brain being like, I can't let go of things. Please, Andy, can you just trash it literally now? Can we do it together? It has been done. I had to do it now, otherwise I wouldn't do it. Oh, it's the same size. Also goes in the last hole. There we go. As good as new. Looks the exact same. Feels different. And it's alright. We can do difficult things, like letting go of the one item of clothing that I've been wearing the most in my entire life. Make a backup. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Or whatever. And subscribe if you haven't already for more random content by this guy. I'm glad that I don't wear this pissed on belt anymore. No, actually I'm sad that I don't wear that belt anymore. But I will get over it. I will get over it and it will be fine. I'll see you back in Vienna. 10 years! 10 years! And now it's over! How am I more invested in a belt than in relationships or whatever? That's stupid. No, I'm smart. This just shows that I have feelings, okay? I have feelings. Let me have my feelings. Thank you. And let's just be happy with something new. Look, I have a new freaking belt. Freaking awesome. Sexy. That's what it is. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Bye!